Hi, welcome to a new episode of Breaking Bread. On today's show, we have two very interesting people. Not only are they actors, actresses, and models, but they are also performed in many Christian movies, and they're happily married too, so don't go away. Welcome to a new episode of Breaking Bread. I have two friends here, Jen and Jim Chandler. Welcome.
Hey.
Hi. Thank you for being here.
Thank you.
How are you doing?
I'm hungry.
You're hungry. Well, before we eat, you have to tell me a little bit about your lives. It sounds like you have a very exciting life.
Well, we are celebrating our 1-year anniversary.
Yes.
It's so nice to see two people that are so happily married. And you'll be celebrating your first anniversary, bride and groom.
That's right.
That's correct. He's the good cook, so I'm taking tips from you so I can learn how to make him food.
No, she can cook. She can definitely follow a recipe, so it's been really good.
So now you not only live together, obviously as man and wife, but you work together. Tell me a little bit about your work.
You want to start? You go for it.
Well, my goodness, we've been in a good handful of movies together and TV shows and commercials and in China even we're on like those big billboard things.
That's exciting.
We have a movie that's actually in stores now that's called My Daddy is in Heaven, and it's a true story based in a children's storybook about a woman who loses her loved one and she has to explain to her daughter where did daddy go, so she writes this book, My Daddy's in Heaven with Jesus. But at the end of the movie, she finds new love. And you know who plays the new love interest?
Who?
This handsome man right here.
Oh, yeah.
But you won't recognize him because he doesn't have a beard and he's this handsome cowboy.
So now tell me,
definitely have a beard.
Did you meet on the set?
Not on that set, but we met on a set coming up on 4 years ago now down in Savannah, Georgia, of a film that's also expected to release later this year, where I was playing the villain, she was the heroine, and she kills me. So
She kills you.
Hopefully art does not imitate life.
Okay.
And we should be okay. No.
That'll be a thriller then.
She's been extremely blessed, and her talent has been showcased in several Christian films. I have been blessed to work with her on multiple projects, as she mentioned, but I
Have you ever seen Stranger Things?
No.
What about The Quad? It's BET's new hit show. He is one of the officers on The Quad. And Investigation Discovery Channel.
Yes.
Seriously, he's on 10? Is it 10?
10 different shows on that.
10 shows
Really?
on ID Channel.
Wow. Now you said how'd you get involved in Christian films? Is it,
It's
desire or just out of chance?
No, it's the call that I really believe that God has put on my heart, is to be able to tell stories that entertain people but give them a pearl of wisdom. So they're laughing, they're having a good time, but then later on after the movie, something may trigger in their soul, in their path going forward to say, that's hope, that's truth, and if Jesus can lead them that way, I think that's a celebration.
I think we need many more movies like that, let me tell you.
Absolutely.
No, I mean, today you don't find too many Christian movies out there, and it's very nice to see people that not only just act, but you can see this is a passion that you have. This is coming from within. This is real.
Yeah.
And it's so nice to see two people that are so happily married also.
Thank you.
Today, not too many people are getting married.
Well, you should have seen us in the car before we got here. We had a Dukes out.
That's okay, but you still love each other. And I always tell the couples, make sure you never go to bed angry with one another. You always have to make peace.
And you have to forgive. I was the one who was wrong, and I had to repent before we did our show.
Well, that's what, our faith is all about. It's all about forgiveness. It's based on forgiveness. If we cannot forgive, we're finished.
What do we have?
And that's what Jesus says.
Yes, Jesus forgave on the cross, and that's basically how he forgave the apostles, and that's why we're here today, and that's why we have the church that we do. We have to do more of that, so that's a great thing. But tell me, you said you met on a set. How did that happen?
My character was actually it was a villainous character who was trying to set up her character and the character of her husband by blackmailing them, by videotaping them, and then saying that he was going to take it to the press and use the video in order to blacklist their name. He's a senator, and so I have evidence that he's guilty of things, or that she's guilty of things, and so I pursue her and try to get her to commit adultery, and that's what I do to try and blackmail her and her husband. And she decides to kill me. And so that's how we met.
Well, you
on a happy note, I like to follow up on a bit of a happy note. 4 years later, God has put it on our heart to be able to tell our real love story. And we're creating a story it's a Christmas romantic comedy called The Farmer and the Belle. And it's really based on how Jim has helped me learn what real love is. And it's done through the miracle of the Nativity.
Really?
Yeah, it's a fun movie. It got a lot of hilarious moments. And we're hoping to go into production this fall, so it's going to be.
Well, good luck to you.
Yeah.
Now, did you grow up in a religious family and you practiced your faith when you were younger?
For
you
me,
went to Catholic school?
my mom is Polish, and her daddy raised her in the church. And so my mom raised me and taught me how to pray, and we went to Catholic church. And I was at the St. Franciscan University at that big conference when I was 17 that I understood who Jesus was as a personal relationship, and that was my life transformation.
That's great. That's great. What about you, Jim?
I grew up in a Christian home. My parents were Southern Baptists. They're originally from the South, so I grew up, kind of Sundays, Wednesdays, in that church life. And I actually came back to my relationship to the Lord about 5 years ago after spending quite a long time. We could do a whole nother show about my other life, probably. But I had a great moment of redemption and of forgiveness and of healing and of restoration in my life from being a drug addict and alcoholic for about 12 years or so. Major point in my adult life, and everything has absolutely flourished since then.
And
when we step into faith and into where God is leading us in our lives and where we've been supposed to be going our whole lives, you get to experience having a relationship with a beautiful woman like this, and you get to pursue the acting, and it's amazing the amount of things that God has done with us and through us in the arts and entertainment industry.
Right.
So we're extremely blessed.
And that's great to see you use your skills and connect that with your faith, and to really make a difference and to affect people's lives and help people. I mean, that's a wonderful thing. I mean, and that's
Thank you.
It's good to see young people like yourselves being able to do that.
We had the opportunity to share our testimony in an off-Broadway play a couple months ago, where Jim shared where he came from, and I shared where I came from, and how God brought us together.
A lot of people say, it's a coincidence how people come together. I think it's all in God's plan, and God has a hand, and it's how we, cooperate with Him, and how, we see it. Yeah. And I think that's what's missing in our world today. People don't see God in anything. And it's sad because you look what's going on. But we need more of God in our lives, especially in young people. And it's so good to see a young couple like you, so filled with the Spirit, and being able then to share that Spirit through your talents and skills to bring that message to the world.
Well, thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Now, speaking of where you're from again, you said?
I'm actually from Pennsylvania.
Pennsylvania, okay. And I was reading about your life. You said you like fish.
Do
you
I
love fish?
love seafood. I love fish. And she also
And I
does
like
as well.
playing fish out of water characters.
Oh, fish out of water, okay. Well, we're going to prepare some halibut today.
Excellent.
So I hope you're in tune for that, and I'll show you how to make a dish. Maybe someday you'll go home and prepare it yourselves.
I'm excited. I'll
I
take
can't wait.
pictures and I'll send it to you.
Okay, great. So don't go away. In a few minutes, we'll prepare a halibut dish with Jim and Jen. Thank you. Welcome back to Breaking Bread. I'm here with Jen and Jim, and today I'm going to prepare for them a halibut dish.
Yes.
It's a halibut. You like halibut?
I love all seafood. I worked in seafood restaurants for many years, so I love seafood. I love halibut, I like sea bass. I love it all. So I'm
Now, I
excited.
know you love it, but Jen, you come from Pennsylvania. Not too much fish in
Well,
Pennsylvania.
yeah, we got some fish.
Yeah, what kind of fish did you eat? Tuna
Goldfish, tuna fish out of the can, right?
Goldfish.
Goldfish. I never had goldfish.
No. I'm Polish, so we make pierogies.
Oh, okay. With seafood? With fish inside?
No.
No, not with it inside,
Oh,
but
no,
there was
no
some
fish.
there. We
Yeah,
went to her
potatoes.
regalia.
Potatoes, okay.
Potatoes, kind of like this thing.
Okay.
Yeah,
well,
lentils.
this here
Can I
is-
grab one of these?
No, sure. If you want, yeah, we have enough. You can taste
Why
one if
can't
you
I have
want.
one?
We don't know if it's real. I mean,
No, you can eat
it
them.
could be decoration.
Why is he
Remember
get-
when you ate that thing on set?
How long are you guys married? Only a year?
Only a year. And it's been a long year, let me tell you.
I would like you to
Face here,
taste
have
one.
one in
Because
your
before
face.
you eat it, break it open. Because I already prepared
Because
them.
it's breaking bread.
Now, what's in there?
Lentil
Yes?
and potato, because you told me that already. I can't claim.
He sniffs all
Tell me
the
how
food.
you like it.
That's delicious.
Okay, that's going to be used as a base. What I did, I boiled some potatoes, drained the water, obviously. I mashed them. I boiled some lentils, mixed them together, salt and pepper, grated cheese, made a patty, and I just fried them.
Oh,
so
great.
these are going to be used as a base for the halibut. I'll take the halibut out here.
No, I can get on
You got
that.
it? You got
Yeah,
it.
I'm good.
Oh,
I gotta
very
put
good.
you to work.
Very good.
Yeah.
There it is, right there.
Can I dip it in this stuff?
Sure.
Are you serious?
Yeah, you don't have, the flu or
joking.
anything, right?
No.
Okay, we got the halibut. We cut it up. I asked when I went to the fish store, I just cut it up in cubes. He gave me one
Okay.
long piece, and I just
Okay.
cut it
One,
myself.
got it.
Yes. Okay. So we just put some salt and pepper on here, and now what we're going to do, we're going to saute it in some olive oil, and we'll just saute that. Then we're going to take it out after it's sauteed, put some shallots with the olive oil, and then I have a reduction of a little fish stock and a little orange juice.
Now, do you wait to put the shallots in order for them not to become, so you want them to be a little bit firm, or do you want them to
No,
be
you want-
completely translucent and just more
No,
of
the shallots you want to be translucent.
Okay.
But I mean, after I just put the halibut with the olive oil.
Right.
Brown them, take them out. We're gonna put this back to finish it off at the end.
and then you add the
Right.
shallot.
Then I add the shallots.
Awesome.
Okay. I'm gonna add a little bit of onions, and I'm gonna add some Marsala wine and a little orange juice, and a little touch of fish stock.
What does the orange juice do? Does it just add
Well,
like,
it gives
obviously
it that
it adds
sweet.
citrus, but
Yeah,
it adds
has that
like a
sweet-
sugary sweetness?
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
To
Excellent.
the fish. So we'll saute that, a little salt and pepper. Then you take it out, and then we put that over the lentil potato base. Put it on top, and then with the sauce that's left in the pan, I add a little touch of cream.
Okay.
Thicken it up, and then just pour that on top.
And that's the cream here, right?
Yes.
Perfect.
A little
Nice.
heavy cream.
This sounds delicious.
So-
I have a question.
Jim, you want to go do
Yeah,
this?
I got you.
Okay.
Cool.
Saute that. Here's a
I-
fork. You need a fork. You can't do it with your fingers.
I wash my hands. Maybe.
Okay, so tell me a little about this Christian film. I'm very interested in this. I mean,
You want to get into Christian films?
I would love to.
Can you cook on our show?
I have to get permission.
Yeah! We'll get you release forms, everything you need.
No, so
It's
tell me
good.
about this. How can people get more involved in it?
In Christian movies,
Yeah.
my goodness.
And the farmer and the bell, maybe.
You know what you're doing over there?
Yeah, I think
You
so.
sure? You need help?
No, I'm good.
Okay, make sure.
If I don't catch fire, I think everything will be all right.
All right.
It's good. Jim, do you want to come over and talk to Monsignor about how to get involved in the Farmer and the Bell, and I'll watch the fish?
Sure.
You guys work
I don't
well.
know. That's the idea. I'm not sure is a good one. But
Okay.
we'll go with it.
Wait.
No.
Hold on. This man taught me how to cook. I better get back.
You better get back there.
No, but we are making the Farmer and the Bell. It does. It takes money to make the Farmer and the Bell, and it takes people to be involved. The best way people can help us is to pray,
Okay.
because we all need prayer.
Pray that you get the role.
Pray that we can go to production. I already have the beard and the scraggly hair. If you can't
Okay.
tell, I'm actually.
So you're
gonna
not
be-
in production yet.
Not yet. I'm playing the farmer. But if people do want to get involved or become a part of our mailing list, they can go to christmascomedymovie.com, or they can email christmascomedymovie@gmail.com, and we'd love to have you come join us as we make this movie. It'd be great.
Okay.
Jen, how you doing?
I'm doing good. The one side's brown, and I'm flipping it on over.
Then put it back in the
But
pan.
I can't do
All
this
right.
thing with the wrist,
No,
right?
no.
No,
Back
not
in the
that.
pan.
Be careful now.
I am. I'm on it. I'm
Don't
good.
set the place on fire.
I won't do that. I'm actually a decent cook. He taught me how to cook.
She's really good.
Now,
in the
that other
kitchen.
movie you're talking about, Daddy's in Heaven?
My Daddy is in Heaven.
Heaven.
She's the lead protagonist and star alongside Corbin Burnson, Lorenzo Lamas, T.C. Stallings is in it as well. And
That's coming out very shortly.
Well, yeah, it's actually
in
probably
stores
in
now.
stores right now. If you go to
On
your local
Amazon.
Christian bookstore or on Amazon, you'll be able to find it. But I come in at the end after she's had her redemption and her healing, and we have a nice, really good shared moment of her new beginning of going out into the into world. Being healed after losing her husband in a fatal car accident at the beginning of the film.
May I have this dance?
Do you mind if I say no right now?
Of course.
Hey, Nick,
Yeah?
but ask me again sometime.
To be continued.
Is this looking good?
Oh,
Yes,
that looks great.
Perfect, perfect.
Put it in
Put it in a pan.
The pan.
Right here.
Right there.
Yeah.
Right. Take it out. Not the oil, not the oil.
Not
Just
the
take it
oil.
one at a
Keep-
time.
Okay, copy
Okay.
you.
She's not bad.
Good idea. No, yeah,
she knows what she's
I tell you,
doing.
She's made some wonderful dishes at our house, and it's been fantastic.
That's great. Don't go away. We'll be right back with Jen and Jim. We'll share some halibut and a little bit more about their lives. Welcome back to Breaking Bread, and we're ready to put our halibut dish together.
Come on over, Jen.
Hey, can I take a bite?
No,
Not
no,
yet.
Why not?
Okay, now, what are you gonna do? First, we're gonna take one of these.
Okay, okay.
And this is what? This is our
Those are
lentil and potato.
Lentil and potato
Lentil
cake.
and potato. They remind me of my Polish pierogies.
All
Yeah.
right.
They
I'll
do,
Put this
okay.
over here.
Okay.
Okay. Put one of those on there. Put one
All
on
right, I'll
All
take
right.
one.
Okay.
My husband will eat all of these.
Now we warm these up in the oven.
Okay,
Because they were cold. I
wonderful.
prepared these ahead of time. And
Great.
now, put a piece of halibut on top.
Right.
Okay.
There you go.
On each.
Let me get some of that juice.
Wait.
Let me get
Don't
some-
let it fall.
Let me
Okay.
get some of that juice on there.
The juice, the juice
right.
makes the
Okay.
dish.
Now here we
Right.
have our reduction of the oil that was left over from the halibut.
With Marcella wine,
and
the
what
orange
else?
juice, the shallots, the salt.
Oh, you have a good memory.
I forget what else is in it, but it's gonna be
Is there a
amazing.
little touch of cream?
A touch
Cream,
of cream,
that's
that's
it.
it.
The touch of
Okay,
cream.
now
And we
take the
reduced
spoon.
it.
Yes, you
Yeah.
how do you reduce?
Okay, you taught me this. We boil it, we let all of the liquid evaporate out, like if you do with pasta and you walk away to watch TV, you're gonna get hard pasta.
I didn't know
we
I
get
was
a
gonna be
sauce and we
giving
boil
cooking
it,
lessons here
and
today.
now we're gonna have this
Right.
delicious reduction.
Right on top.
It's not soup.
Yes, right on top.
I thought she was gonna bring it to her mouth.
Yeah, well,
That would've been funny, huh?
Another spoon, another spoon.
That would have been good.
You're not paying for it.
Yeah.
Okay.
That, that is the best kind of food.
Okay, another
Free
one right
food.
there, right
There
there.
you go.
1, 2.
This so reminds me
All
of
right.
the pierogies
You
that
taste
we made.
you smell the aroma from that?
Is it good? Is it?
I'm gonna stick it in your beard.
Oh, that smells fantastic.
This
Okay,
smells so
awesome.
good.
All right.
Okay.
Cool.
Now we'll garnish it
Okay.
with a little parsley.
All right, so.
What is this?
You washed your hands, right?
Oh no.
What is this?
I'm joking.
A little chopped parsley.
Chop parsley.
Okay.
You want to do that one? I'll
Do you
do this one.
go? Do you make a sound when you do
Yeah,
it?
bam.
Ah, bam! Wait, I don't even see anything on
A little more.
Whoopoo! Oh, I missed it. Hot dog!
You got it.
All right, I got it.
Okay. So now here we have our halibut. Okay.
Delicious.
And it's served over the lentil and potato patty, and a little orange juice and marsala reduction.
I love
Now,
it.
we
Do
gotta
we eat
go-
it with this?
Do we put our hands
that's the
behind our
stuff
back
for-
and
no,
just
no,
shove
no,
our
no,
face
no,
down
no,
into it?
no. We need a fork and a knife.
Oh, I got it.
Oh, okay.
Right there.
Go.
You got it?
Go.
Okay.
Go. This is
I got it, I
amazing.
got it.
Yeah. Wait. We forgot a little pepper.
Little pepper?
A
Okay.
little
pepper.
spice. We need a little spice.
Perfect. All right.
Okay, wait.
Wait.
Little salt.
I need a fork too.
No, I'm gonna feed you.
You're gonna feed me.
got you.
Okay.
Oh,
all
I'm
right.
gonna feed her.
Let me know how you like
We're
it.
newlyweds
Ready?
still. I'm so excited.
I like how he cuts that right
No,
down the
it's so
center.
fancy. He's a very good cook. He taught me how to cook. Before I only
All right,
grilled cheese.
Jen, ready?
I am.
And a little sauce there, and
So what do you think? Does it pass the test? You never had fish like this in Pennsylvania.
no, certainly not.
Jim, the sauce is insane. OMG, it's so good. Oh, that sauce is amazing.
That's delicious.
Holy
Good?
heck, that
Yes,
sauce
that's very
is
good.
so
I'm glad you liked it. So now maybe you can
Extremely
prepare
good.
one of these dishes on in one of your movies.
Can you substitute any dish,
You
any
can
fish
use-
with this?
Yeah, you can use monkfish. You want a firm fish.
The poor man's lobster, they
Right,
call it.
exactly, exactly.
You don't want to, oh yeah,
Oh,
go ahead. Eat the new one.
I want to feed you.
How do you like
Yeah, we could. It would be great to cook something like, oh, you're going to feed me now?
Yeah.
Unfortunately, we don't have a lot of stuff going on with food in our movie. There's a lot more things going on.
We have eggs. Do you know what happens with eggs? See, our movie, The
Eggs,
Farmer and the Belle.
you
we're
make scrambled eggs.
No, we're hoping to get it on Hallmark as a Christmas movie. And it's a fish out of water story of this supermodel who goes on a pig farm to find real love and ends up saving Santaland. This is The Farmer.
Santaland.
Santaland. It's like a festivity that happens in the local community.
Wow, you're involved in a lot of different movies.
And he sends my character out to go get eggs with his little 6-year-old pumpkin-licious daughter. And I get these eggs and the roosters cock-a-doodle-doos and I fly them up and they hit me on the head. I'm a hot mess in the kitchen, at least in The Farmer and the Belle.
But the heart of the story is really what we're going after. And it's with everything that's been kind of happening here recently with Hollywood and the mistreatment of women, we want to showcase the importance of treating women with respect.
Okay.
And bringing up women who understand that their value is so much more than what somebody in the professional world can dangle in front of them, or money, or fame, or limelight, but that their foundation and their worth is determined by what Jesus thinks about them. And we want to reflect that through my character as the farmer to help Belle understand that she's worth so much more than her supermodel lifestyle, and that she can come back to being in communion with Christ and therefore have real love again in her life through Jesus.
Wow.
So that's the heart of the story, but we do it with eggs plopping on the head and
Putting
animals.
Santa hats on
And,
pigs.
Whatever you have to do to get the message out there,
Yeah.
that's what
Right, we want to
counts.
use humor
And,
to
you see
reach
how,
the soul.
coming together, we always emphasize, emphasize family, faith, and food.
Yes.
And just coming together to prepare this little simple meal, we learned a lot about each other.
Absolutely.
And hopefully your message will get out there. We'll get the message of bringing people together and sharing some food and a meal, and the importance of respect. We said it before.
Yeah.
We have to respect one another. And if we respect each other's food, we can respect a lot about them as well.
Amazing.
For sure. I can't stop eating.
I know, it's so good. See, a lot of times girls, they really believe that the only way they can be loved is if they feel beautiful.
Right.
And so that's one of our storylines, is trying to help women realize that when you serve someone, that's really what real love is, because Jesus came to
And beauty is
not
on
be
the
served.
inside.
Yes.
It's what's inside. It's in the heart.
And we have a gratitude game where during Thanksgiving meal, we celebrate, we break bread, but we also talk about what we're grateful for. And that's something else that's in The Farmer and the Belle. It's fun.
Yeah.
Thanks so much for being with us. You guys were truly inspiring. And I wish you luck with your shows and the movies, and I hope that message gets out there. The message of love, the message of Christ. I hope you enjoyed today's episode of Breaking Bread. I have to say it was a very interesting episode because Jen and Jim taught me something. They taught me that young people can be inspired by Christ, can use their gifts and talents to get the message of our faith across and to be happy. You can see they were very much in love. And that's what it's all about. That's what our show is all about. Sharing family, food, and faith. And how when we come together to share a meal, we share our life experiences as well. And the movies that they're putting out there teach us something. They teach us the importance of life. They teach us what is valuable in life. They teach us what is important in life and what we should be looking for. Not the glitz and the glamour of the world, but to really focus on Christ, to focus on what truly gives us happiness and peace, and that is the love of Christ in our hearts. See you next time on Breaking Bread.